What is up, book nerds? We are doing another I Predict video, this time with the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see how these frauds fare in a new season. Do they win the division? Do they choke in the postseason? To be determined. Let's hop in. First game, I have them losing to the San Francisco 49ers. I went in depth on this game in my last video, so if you want to see it, you can check it out. In the end card, I will put the link to the playlist. Next game. I know y'all gonna hate this take because y'all got so pissed off when I roasted the Bengals offense in my last video when I put them in D tier. Noted that's because Joe Burrow was injured half the season. This game, I do see that the Bengals did lose a lot of people this offseason, and I don't have their team being as good as they were in previous years. In this game, I feel like the Dallas's defense will be able to suffocate that offense because I do prefer Dallas's defense over the Bengals offense right now. But this could also go horribly wrong, and who knows, maybe Jamar Chase and T. Higgins go for 2,000-yard seasons or something. Next game, I have them losing to the Browns. I do prefer the Browns defense over Dallas's defense, and the main thing in this game is Deshaun Watson good? That is the main thing that determines this game. I'll say I don't know. I'll say that the Browns do win because of their better defense, and I'll say that Nick Chubb is still who he was before he got injured. So I'll go more in depth when I do my Browns video. Next game, I have a low-scoring defensive matchup against the Buccaneers. I have them winning 17-13. This game's going to be kind of boring, but Mike Evans is going to have like a 97-yard touchdown or something just like that to make it interesting. Next game, I have them beating the crap out of the Washington Commanders. Whoever Washington's quarterback is, whether it be Drake May or Jaden Daniels, they are going to have a nightmare against Dallas's D-line and is probably going to get sacked at least 3 times. I have them beating the Eagles to split the series. So I have them winning this game 31-21. Dallas's defense is going to defeat the tush push. Which, that's going to be a cool moment that may make the highlights of that week. Next game, I have another low-scoring event, 16-10 against Atlanta. They will be able to stop the run, Bijan. And I have to look at Dallas's cornerback room now that I'm pretty sure they lost Trayvon Diggs in the offseason. So I don't know if that will be able to stop Drake London and what was it? The guy they got from Chicago, I forgot his name. But if you come below his name, that'd be helpful. Yeah, so I feel like Dallas' defense will be able to shut down. Dak isn't going to have the best game. I think that Atlanta is going to pick up somebody defense in the draft, and I feel like they will be able to get at least 1 sack on Dak for this game. Next game, I have them losing to the Ravens. I'm very high on the Ravens, which some of y'all did not like when I had the Ravens beating the Texans in my I Predict the Houston Texans video. And this game, I do have Derrick Henry still running up the score. Lamar is going to put up a great run game. I still have a lot of faith in the Ravens run game. And then Dallas, what did I have? I still have them getting like 3 touchdowns. One of them's going to be kind of showy. This game's going to be pretty close. I think it's going to come to a last-second Justin Tucker field goal, which will prevent it from going into OT, and will probably be a photo finish. So next, I have them losing to the Detroit Lions. This is Dallas's one game where they get basically just kicked down like a hurt puppy or something. Since they always have that one game, it doesn't even matter if the team beating them is good or not. But I do have them at least maintaining some sort of self-respect by getting beaten by an actually good team. But they still do put up a pretty good offensive game. And I do have their defense struggling against Detroit's offense. I feel like Detroit does have a top 3 offense in the league, I would say. If that number is way too high, don't forget to tell me in the comments below. So, yeah, I do have Dallas losing. Next game, a 4-3 blowout against Carolina Panthers. I don't really think there's much to be said here. Bryce Young is going to struggle against that D-line. They barely got any receivers. I mean, they got like Deontay Jackson and Adam Thielen. Is Adam Thielen on the team? I think he is. I mean, but I don't think that's going to be enough to take on Dallas's defense. I just have them absolutely suffocating them and scoring 40 points on them. Oh, I don't know if that, because I mean they have like DJ Moore on that defense, but I don't know if that's enough. I know that's not enough. I mean, you only got one guy who I actually remember, because I mean you don't have Brian Burns anymore. That's gonna be a nightmare. I'm sorry, Carolina Panthers fans. This is gonna be another rough season. Next game, I have them beating my Giants 17-3. Hopefully, this will add to the campaign of getting Daniel Jones out of New York. Maybe we get someone good in the draft, like what's his name? Quinn Ewers or Shador Sanders. Maybe we were to pick him up, one of them up. But yeah, Dallas is better. I mean, I'm giving my Giants some sort of hope that I only have them scoring 2 more touchdowns than them, and this is not a complete blowout like the Carolina game. But Dallas still wins, and it's not. Here I have another low-scoring defensive matchup against the New Orleans Saints. I have Dallas winning 13-10. Their defense is going to give Derek Carr a pretty bad day, but the Saints defense, now they got Chase Young, will put up a surprisingly strong game, and Chase Young will get like 2 sacks on Dak in this game. Next game, Dallas loses to their interstate rival, the Houston Texans. I talked about this in depth in the Houston Texans video, but I think I can say what I said here. Houston will show Dallas's weak spots and will win in a 10-point game. Next game, I have a 24-7 victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like the Steelers. Steelers are my second favorite team, but I have to admit, Steelers have a pretty weak offense. I don't know what Russ can do, and I don't know what Justin Fields can do. I don't have the most amount of trust in Arthur Smith. Let's see, we don't have a really good wide receiver too. It's like there's a lot of holes. I feel like we should get some. I feel like we should be able to like patch something up in the draft. I think probably we go like O-line round 1, get like a decent wide receiver in round 2, and hopefully Russ or Justin Fields can do something this season. But in this game, I have a 24-7 loss to the Dallas Cowboys. Next game, I have my Giants losing again to the Cowboys. And if you calculate the scores, that means we did not score a single touchdown against the Cowboys this season. This is just going to add to that campaign, and hopefully we get a good quarterback next year, because Daniel Jones is not it. More or less, this is very similar to the game previously against the Cowboys, so yeah. Next game. This is where the Eagles win in the series. Is going to be a 42-36 win. There's not going to be much defense. Dallas's defense is good, definitely going to be their biggest strength this season, but this is kind of like where it kind of goes flaccid, and like the Eagles definitely take advantage of that. But Dallas's offense is going to show up for this game. To end the season, I have another victory over the Commanders. This is going to be another thing where the defenses just tear their quarterback apart. I don't know how deep the wide receiver room is for the Commanders. I know you got like Terry McLaurin, and then I don't really know who else you got in that wide receiver room. So the Commanders have a lot of holes. I know y'all didn't like that I put them so high in my last video, but they did have that streak where Sam Howell was really good in the beginning of the season, and they just fell off. But this is going to be a pretty rough season for Washington, and this is going to be a pretty good season for Dallas. They win the division, breaking the NFC East division curse that no team can win it 2 years in a row. And I have them getting bounced in the wild card. Classic Dallas.